After nearly 7 weeks of campaigning, former Bibb County Commissioner Seth Clark is suspending his campaign for Georgia Lieutenant Governor. Clark made the announcement this morning in a post on Facebook, claiming his choice was a, quote, personal decision that was not made lightly. Since his departure from the Macon-Bibb Commission on January the 6th, a special election to fill his seat has attracted 6 candidates trying to sway voters in Bibb County's District 5. Early voting is already underway and Election Day is March the 17th. Seth Clark has endorsed Andrea Cook for the District 5 seat. We reached out to Clark to learn more about his decision to suspend his campaign, but he declined to comment.
Well, Ruwa Roman, Georgia's state representative for District 97, announced today that she is suspending her campaign for governor. In a social media post, the Democratic candidate said that after learning that another candidate is set to receive dark money and the funding needed to support her campaign went to other states on Monday, Roman decided to suspend her campaign for governor. However, she said her work is not done, also announcing her run to be the next state senator for District 7, aiming to replace Democrat incumbent Nabila Parks. Roman's governor run focused on concerns including raising the Peach State's minimum wage, pausing the construction of data centers, and expanding access to health care.
A Byron man is sentenced to more than 25 years for trafficking and raping a teenage girl. 36-year-old Demaria Williams pled guilty to 1 count of statutory rape and 1 count of pandering of a person under 18 on Wednesday. He is the 4th and last person to be convicted in this case. The investigation started in 2024 when a 13-year-old girl said she was being sold for sex in Warner Robins. Emily Garcia, No Hernandez, and Brian Taquan Smith were convicted and sentenced to prison last year. Williams responded to online ads of the young girl and went to a hotel where he raped her. He is now a registered sex offender and will spend the first 8 years of his sentence in prison. An Upson County man is in jail without bond after being found with pounds of meth. Tony Bubba Teal was arrested yesterday after being investigated for a month. At his home on Potato Creek Road, the FBI and GBI agents found almost 3 pounds of meth and 27 grams of cocaine. He's facing charges of drug trafficking and possession with intent to sell. And a teenage girl is missing out of Sumter County. 14-year-old Kaylee Thomas was last seen a week ago around 10 p.m. at her home on 3 Bridges Road in Americus. If you know where she is or think you may have seen her, call the Sumter County Sheriff's Office. We've got that number for you on your screen.
Well, happy Friday, everybody. We've got the weekend ahead of us, and it is looking a little bit better than today. We did see some rain across middle Georgia earlier this morning, some of it quite heavy at times as well. But it was much needed rain, and many of us saw between 1 to 2 inches, some of us even more than that. Now, the rain will be out of here by the afternoon hours, and we'll be left, I think, with just mostly cloudy skies for the remainder of the day. It'll be mild, though, with our highs going up to the upper 60s. The rain will remain mostly to our south and southeast as the afternoon progresses. Now, tomorrow morning, we'll see some of those clouds still hanging around middle Georgia. Could see a little fog around tomorrow morning as well. And we can't rule out an isolated shower or sprinkle, but I think we'll be dry for the most part tomorrow morning. And we're hopefully by tomorrow afternoon, maybe a little bit of sunshine returning to middle Georgia. So we'll keep our fingers crossed that in the afternoon we could see some sunshine tomorrow. But when we get into Sunday, right now it looks pretty good. I think we'll see a good deal of sunshine on Sunday, maybe a few passing clouds, and the temperatures will be warming as well. By Sunday, we're in the upper 70s. Now, as we get into next week, Monday, we'll start out with partly cloudy skies, staying dry, and same thing as we get into to Tuesday and Wednesday. So once we get done with all of the rain here today, I think we're going to see a dry weekend, and as we get into next week, we're going to stay relatively dry each day. We can't rule out a few isolated showers or sprinkles, but again, by far the most rain we saw was last night and into early this morning, where we did receive some very beneficial rain. Now let's talk about the temperatures. Over the next several days, we're going to stay above average on our temperatures. And let's go ahead and take a look into March 7th into the 13th, because Sunday is March 1st. So we're already looking towards spring, and it looks like temperatures will continue to be above average for the next 10 to 14 days. So that's good news if you're tired of the cold air. Right now, there's no cold air in sight coming into Middle Georgia. So today we're going to see, after the morning rain, remaining cloudy the remainder of the day. Our highs going up to the upper 60s, and then tonight we'll see some clouds sticking around. And we can't rule out an isolated shower or sprinkle tonight and tomorrow morning, but again, most of us will be dry. It'll be slightly cooler tonight as well, with our lows dropping down to the low to mid 50s. And then here is your 10-day forecast showing tomorrow maybe some sunshine by the afternoon, highs again in the upper 60s to near 70. But look at Sunday, we're going to see those upper 70s, Monday mid 70s, and then Tuesday right around 70, so slightly cooler behind another cold front on Tuesday, but 70 is still not bad. And then look at Wednesday into the end of the week, and next weekend we're going to be approaching 80 and even getting into the lower 80s by the end of next week and next weekend.
Urban Meyer built college football dynasties.
Football is a way of life.
Mark Ingram II ran his way to a Heisman.
I'm gonna do the rest of the show with this thing.
Rob Stone calls it like he sees it. This is the Triple Option, where legends tackle the biggest headlines in college football and the NFL, with guests who don't hold back.
You're not winning with that owner.
Wow.
It's football talk that hits harder than game day. The Triple Option, presented by Wendy's, wherever you get your podcasts.